Hey, guys.
It's a lot more, it's a lot more
fast.
abrupt.
It's
a
so
lot more
fast.
abrupt.
I know. Usually we like to prepare and do a whole lead-in, but we're not going to this time because it's a Bacon Bit.
BaconBit.
Thank you.
We harmonized.
Wow.
One of the few times we could harmonize, especially after our musical episode we just had.
Yes.
Although I have heard that from people that it was their favorite episode so far.
Really?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. It kind of is.
Probably because we talked about the GoFundMe project. Hey, segue.
Yeah.
Because we're moving fast. So on the last show, we announced the launch of our GoFundMe. We started a GoFundMe project so that Baconsale can go meet Kate Baconsale at the Salt Lake Comic Con.
What? It's such a good alliteration.
Yeah. In fact, the title is Send Baconsale to Meet Baconsale. That's what it is on GoFundMe.
If you look under GoFundMe, if you don't look up under that title, just look under Tacky, and you'll see our GoFundMe page.
It's under that category.
It's a beautiful picture.
If you don't see us through Twitter or Facebook, which you should be finding us
Right.
through.
Because we have put it on our Facebook page. It's on our baconsale.com page. If you could, please, go give us a donation.
We are currently just under $100 in donations.
We are almost 1/5 of the way there. And I'm very proud of that.
That's ridiculous.
I did not think we were going to get that.
If you guys could just donate everything up to the point where we make the Kevin Bacon cardboard cutout,
You don't want to make the cutout?
I will be satisfied.
Yeah, he has second thoughts about the
You don't wanna
cardboard
make the
cutout.
cutout?
I don't want to make the cutout.
Oh, yeah.
That is shameful. You should be a bacon believer.
What?
Bacon Lieber, maybe?
Yeah.
I just don't want to embarrass myself in front of Kate. But anyway,
All right, so on to Academy Awards.
We're going to do that regardless.
well, first,
Before that, yes.
Oh,
yes.
that's next.
we do have to mention that we do have an MVP award that kind of gets
yeah.
switched around, and this is from a great listener / contributor.
We had him as a guest on our Fast and the Furious show.
Yes,
Mark.
we did, Mark, who you all remember. Well, he decides to give a favorite every
Yes.
week, and sometimes least favorite of the week.
Yes.
And-
So he'll come in and let us know. We work with him, and he lets us know who's the MVP that week. And actually, I got a gift certificate to Crown Burger.
Yes, you
which
did.
was awesome
I was pretty jealous.
when I was MVP. But then he also he decided he was going to get. He got one of those, those purple mattresses. They have the commercials.
I just saw the
online.
commercial today.
Yeah, they actually look pretty cool. He ordered a purple mattress. It'd been delayed on its order, and so he got this seat cushion, a purple seat cushion. It's not colored. Well, it is purple, but it's like a comfort cushion you can sit on. And that is now the MVP trophy.
It's in the shape
Hashtag
of
butt pad.
Yes.
in the shape of two butt cheeks.
Yes.
And
It's quite comfortable, though. We should bring that in here when we record. The MVP should sit on it as we record.
I really should. Because I was the MVP this week. I took it from Joel's seat and put it on mine, and everyone sitting around him goes, "Really? You're going to use it after Joel used it all week?" And
What is so offensive about my butt?
That's what I said. I'm like, I'm totally fine with it. It's just butts.
I'm not totally fine with it.
Are you
It's
gonna,
covered. I didn't sit in it without
Super
pants.
It's weird.
if and when you win MVP?
You'll know.
If and when.
If and when.
So we want to thank you. We want to thank Mark. We'll probably make this a continuing joke, as
Yes.
that's just what we do.
Thank you, Mark.
I'm winning this one. This is the one I'm winning.
Bacon
Really?
Bit?
Yeah, I'm winning this one for sure.
There be an MVP for a bacon bit?
There is now.
Says the guy that doesn't want the butt pad.
I don't want the butt pad.
You're going to get the butt pad.
Well, I'd say what I would do with it, but I'm afraid then he wouldn't give it to me.
This is weird.
Let's just
Throw
move
it
on.
away.
No, please.
That's
Thank
the
you.
answer.
No.
Thank you, Mark, for nominating MVP and making us each strive to be better people. And a sincere thank you to everyone who has contributed to the GoFundMe page. Really, we didn't expect this much. And so the fact that we're even almost 1/5 of the way to our goal,
It makes us feel
really
like
amazing.
terrible people, to be honest.
It does a little
But help us get there so we can feel worse.
Right.
bit. Yes, exactly. As the number
Make
rises.
Baconsale feel worse. Donate now.
But let's get to the meat of the matter.
Indeed. I'll start it off.
Because we're talking about when we did our Oscar prediction show
2 weeks ago.
two episodes ago, we bet tacos. Kent and I bet tacos on who would get the most correct.
Right.
guesses.
What? So tell us who's right as I go up this list.
Yes. So you give us
Okay.
the category. We will go through and let you know who won each category.
And let's move through them pretty quick, because I do want to kind of
Unless-
get into
we
like the
will.
meat of the Oscars, like the unexpected stuff, not just the
Well,
awards.
should we start with that?
I'd be more than happy to.
Let's start with general Oscar impressions. First of all, I just want to say, I really wish they would have addressed the diversity issue during the Oscars.
Right.
I kept waiting for him to bring it up. I mean, I'm like, are you really just going to leave that on the table? You're not going to talk about it at all?
Can I actually tell you a story? So I'm sitting there with my family. We put it on the background. We were doing other things as it was on, but we put it on, and they had the whole little opening thing. And then when Chris Rock came out, I hit my timer, and I said, I want to see how long it is before he addresses the diversity issue.
It's the first thing he said.
It was. And I didn't even have time. Like, I hit the timer and went to do something like, oh, he just made a joke. I'm like, oh, no. It was like, a few seconds before it happened.
Yeah.
And then it continued the entire show.
Wasn't it kind of weird that they started with a monologue, which is Chris Rock, but then they did the whole skit the pre-recorded stuff where
Yeah.
he's in the movies after, which that to me felt like more of an opening.
Did it feel like they were overcompensating a bit?
Oh my gosh! I mean, we are the wrong people to talk about this, obviously.
Why?
But Baconsale so white. So
Wait, you're not black, Kent?
yeah, little did you know.
Oh my crap! I thought he was black.
Oh my crap!
That's what I was laughing at.
Could you just say that? Can we make a T-shirt with Jake saying "Oh my crap"? Okay, let's keep the show short. But
Yes,
pretty
short,
much,
short.
Like I would say, 70% of the presenters were black.
Yeah.
Which and it was just the Oscars
No,
trying
that's
to.
not true at all.
No, there
Oh,
were
absolutely.
A lot. There were a
No.
lot. Like, I bet you money it was more than they originally had before the controversy began.
That's
Easily.
probably likely, but still, it was not 70%.
It was a lot.
I will go count.
I almost did Joel sort
Just
of
kidding. I don't
research
care that
and
much,
counted,
but no way.
I'm watching it going, this entire show is compensating, whether it was like, the whole show ended with Fight the Power from Do the Right Thing.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
You're in on the joke, Oscars.
I do like when the Academy president came out
Yeah.
to talk, and I'm like, oh, this was good. Come out. It's not like, anyone's going to point at you, black woman.
Yeah.
I'm the president of the Academy Awards, so eat it.
So-
That's basically what I heard.
Chris Rock is getting a lot of praise for his jokes.
Yeah, a lot
and
of
I
praise
think,
by the low audience that was watching it. It was like a
The short people? Are you talking about short people again, Joel?
Yes.
wow, now we're just a bigoted show.
Yeah.
I would say 40% of his
Big
jokes.
sell.
40% of his jokes hit. But there were a lot. They were just kind of stories. It seems like he lost his place and was trying to make a point, and it didn't quite work.
Listen, I think playing a piano note is a beautiful thing, but when you hit the same note over and over and over and over, by the end of the ceremony, I was kind of like, we get it.
And we're black. He said that when they came back from commercial break.
Oh, I thought you were saying we were.
No.
Okay.
I am again.
Also, and this is just one of my rants. I like to keep politics and entertainment separate.
Then you shouldn't watch the Oscars. Honestly, I don't care about this because I expect it to happen.
You don't want to hear about Leo talking about global warming?
It's his
Not,
thing.
not even
It
that.
is totally his thing.
No. That's fine because they have their messages. They want to do good with the fame they have, and that's fine. But it was more along the lines of bringing Joe Biden to the Oscars.
Well, they brought the president and the first lady in the past few years.
No, the first lady presented the award for when Argo won, I think, or something like that.
Really?
They live feeded to the White House.
Sure.
But when Joe Biden came out, I was like, no, just keep the politics and entertainment separate. Like, he's not a celebrity. He's a politician. Please keep them separate. Because if we don't, that's when Donald Trump starts running for president.
Yeah, no,
like that's ever going to happen.
Oh,
Fantasy world. But yeah, that's my little rant on
It's
that.
the Oscars. I mean, they've for years, at least 15 years, politics have been a big part.
Do you know the first Oscars ever was 15 minutes long?
What?
They announced the winners. They not emailed.
Was it like a bulletin up on like the side of the school?
They mailed everyone
Like,
the
you
winners
people won.
beforehand,
Okay.
and then they came to this little dinner and they did the ceremony. It was like, hey, here's yours, here's yours, here's yours. We're done.
Wow.
Which, I don't think that's the way to go either. But it just becomes so bloated and long that really I had it on in the background, and we were doing other things. I left for a while to eat dinner, and then came back, and it's still going. So
Yeah.
I would like to give the most funny, the most funny part and the least funny part, because the most funny to me was Louis C.K. I think Louis C.K. stole the night.
I only caught the end of his thing.
Oh,
and
that's
it was
okay.
funny.
It was good.
funny. I caught the end of it.
No, he was quite funny. He basically got up there, and Jake, feel free to jump on in here if I leave anything out. But he basically he introduced the best documentary short feature.
Yeah. No,
And-
not feature. Just best live action documentary short. Something like that, whatever
short.
it's called. I'll look.
Yeah, it wasn't short feature because that's oxymoron, but
Yeah.
it's short. And he said, this is my favorite category. And everyone kind of goes, and he goes, no, seriously, you're all rich. An Oscar isn't going to change your life. To these people who are driving home in a Honda Civic, and I'm summarizing.
No, yeah, he
said
did the
Honda
whole
Civic.
bit.
I heard the
yeah.
Honda
That's what I'm
Civic.
saying. Like, I'll bet you anything this Oscar's going home in a Honda Civic. Yeah.
Right, and he said, this
was
is
great.
a life changer for some of these people, and they're still not going to get rich, ever.
Yeah.
So it was great. In comparison to the least funny moments by Sarah Silverman.
I missed that.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
She
She's your
was-
favorite person.
Oh,
Atrocious.
yeah.
Like, absolutely atrocious.
Yeah,
didn't
it was
see
like you
that.
just kept watching, like, with a cringe look.
I had dinner
like,
with
this
my
is
loving
awkward.
family during that time.
Okay, because I watched someone I hate on TV. No, she basically got up there and said, isn't it kind of cool that you can say whatever you want? Purple pajama peacocks. I mean, basically just making stuff up. And she didn't really say that, but she tried to tell jokes.
Pajama peacock.
She tried to tell jokes on the spot. Like, it just did not work at all.
Also, her shoulders look gigantic.
What? Jake would go
Thanks,
there.
Joan Rivers.
Did you see? Did you notice that? Like,
I didn't
the way her
notice
dress
that.
was cut, it was like,
Guys, this isn't a full-time bacon sale. This is a bacon bit.
it was so funny
it
though,
up.
Joel. It was so funny.
Anyhow.
It was super awkward to look. I couldn't stop looking at her shoulders because they kept moving when she was talking.
Oh, I just hate her face. I can't
Yeah.
get past the face I hate.
She looked like she was 7 feet tall because of the way that thing was cut. Anyway,
Linebacker.
And moving on. Bacon bit.
Did you have a part that you really liked from the show?
No, really, there wasn't anything that really stood out to me as really funny.
Oh, I do.
Go for it.
And Kent, you already said you didn't like this one, so this is good. I liked the Girl Scout cookie bit.
No.
It was so funny because it was authentic. He literally had his 2 daughters with their Girl Scout troop sell cookies to everybody there, and
But
nobody
they
knew it
didn't
was
actually
coming.
make that amount. The amount was made up, I heard.
Oh, was it?
That the $65,000 that he raised from Girl Scout cookies was made up.
Well,
As a
yeah.
joke.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't be able to know what it was. But I mean, they pan the audience, and everybody's holding up like $100 bills in the air, like, come bring me some cookies.
Hashtag
And then-
Oscars so hungry.
That's exactly what it should have been. Yeah, and everyone's eating the whole time. It was like a joke. Like the camera pans to Matt Damon, he's throwing a cookie in. You know, like it's hilarious.
Yeah, I did like it 2 years ago when Ellen did the same thing with pizza.
She did?
Yeah, she did.
She did.
She had a pizza delivery boy come in and pass pizza
And there were
slices around to
real
everyone.
pizza delivery people. Like they had them later on interview shows and stuff like that. Like, what was that like?
Right.
So,
And they give him a big tip.
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of thing.
No, and when he's like, up yours to whoever had beat him last year.
family friendly.
This is what he said.
Chris Rock said a lot of things I don't want to say on the show.
All right, let's list them. All right.
No, but for me, the best part of the show was right at the beginning, before he came out for the monologue, because they did the movie mashup for the Oscars. And I love just mashups like that. Whenever you throw in trailers together with epic music.
was good.
With,
It was good.
with the real actors and with real sets and things like that. Like there's some production value in those.
Right.
And I think that's entertaining when they do
Right.
it. Jimmy
Oh.
Kimmel kind of does the same thing.
Yeah, it's
on
true.
his post-Oscar show.
I can't think of her name, but the lady in SNL who was the bear for Revenant.
Yeah.
And like that was hilarious.
It was hilarious. Leslie Jones.
Yes,
She
Leslie
is
Jones.
Ferocious.
Like, yeah, she's Did you see that, Joel?
No, I missed it.
Oh, you need to go back and watch
Apparently,
that
I
clip.
missed the best part and the worst part.
You
of
need
the
to watch
Oscars.
that
you
clip.
did.
Seriously,
It was bland
you
most of
need
the
to
other
watch it.
time.
Like, no, she's the bear, and it's exactly the same as the Revenant, and they just cut the bear out, put her in, and it was so funny. She's yelling, she's like, "Why didn't you call me back or something?"
Yeah.
What was that?
And she's a terrifying person already.
Leslie Jones is?
Yeah, she is.
You're not going to watch Ghostbusters?
I'll watch it.
Yeah. All right. I won't
Okay.
belabor that, but yeah.
All right, let's go through the categories.
Categories.
Unless,
First-
Ken, you had anything else you wanted to bring up? Favorites or anything? I didn't have anything else. It was fine.
Just,
It was fine. I actually didn't think it was a bad Oscars, but apparently it's got like record low ratings in like years. Like they continue their decline. Yeah.
That seems surprising. I thought this would have been a big one.
right. Especially with the
wasn't.
Mad Max hype.
Mad Max and Leo. I mean, there was
right.
a zillion memes about Leo.
There were. But that thing is just the general public is becoming further and further out of touch with the Academy, or vice versa, I guess. And people aren't watching as much.
Yeah. Although-
Categories.
Except for Jake watched for his first time ever and hated it.
I did. First
Yeah.
time ever.
You going to watch again next year?
Probably. In fact, maybe we should have a bacon sale party for the Oscars.
That's too much work.
That was kind of my thought, too.
All right, go ahead.
First one, writing, original screenplay.
Because-
Okay, so Spotlight won. Did you guys vote for Spotlight?
I voted for Ex Machina, so I was wrong.
That was a poor choice. Kent?
What was the category again?
Best original screenplay.
Yeah, original screenplay.
Nope. I did. Yep. I did Spotlight.
I did Spotlight as well.
Yes.
You didn't have a thing on the show.
Not on the show, but where it really counts.
No, it doesn't
I'm
count.
telling everyone right now. We had a different, a work, like...
We had an office ballot.
Yeah, an office
contest.
ballot, and I beat both these guys, so...
Shut up.
All right, so...
You're so cool, Jake.
Adapted screenplay. I really take pride in that. I didn't even care who else I beat.
Moving on,
as long as it
adapted
was you
screenplay.
guys.
Adapted screenplay, I did not win. I put The Martian and Big Short one.
I put The Room and Big Short one.
You
so-
mean Room? Just Room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you guys
The
want
Room.
to know which one I put?
Big
No.
Short.
It was The Big Short.
Look, you're not in the taco bet, all right? Keep your feedback to yourself.
Tacos for me.
You beat us in the office poll, but not on Bacon Sale.
Yeah, I just didn't play. I just have to make it, so it's more competitive. Let you guys fight. Visual
He's got
effects.
such a big head. We got to do something
Right.
to pop it.
Visual effects.
You don't even have the butt pad and you have a big head.
I don't need your butt
Out
pad.
of context, that just sounds weird. What is it?
Visual effects.
Visual effects. That's
It was Ex Machina that won. What did you guys vote for?
Mad Max.
Mad Max.
And it should have been Mad Max
We
still.
both got it
I did
wrong.
as well, actually.
I'm happy Ex Machina won something, but still.
That's what I said when it won. I went, I'm glad it won, but Mad Max.
Right.
Yeah. Sound mixing and sound editing. Who'd you guys vote for?
Revenant.
On both?
Revenant and Revenant mixing, Mad Max sound editing.
I diversified my portfolio. I put Mad Max for sound mixing, which won, and then I put Star Wars for sound editing because I figured they'd give one of the highest grossing movies of all time some sort of award. No, they gave it to Mad Max, which is fine.
I'm surprised you guys didn't do Mad Max. I did Mad Max on both
Should
of
have.
those.
And actually, I loved this part when they kind of announced the category and talked about the nominees. They showed the mixing and editing from the movie.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
No, I really like the way they presented the movies in this one. And I like the order they kind of went into, this theme of, we're going in the order of movies created. So we're starting with writing and, moving on.
All right. Short film live action. It was Stutterer. Do you guys happen to vote for that
it's
one?
a horrible term.
Stutterer.
Why do they make that word so hard to say for people that have stutters?
Stutterer. I did Ave Maria, so I didn't win.
I actually can't remember what I chose.
You probably got it right because you get everything
you did
right.
Ave Maria? I did
Probably.
Ave Maria.
Yeah, we both did.
Oh, okay, and we were both wrong. So Stutterer won that one.
All right. Short film animated.
Bear Story.
Bear Story won, which I voted for only because I read online that it was a favorite somewhere.
Okay.
So.
I did Bear Story because it's about bears.
Kent loves
That's why you
bears.
chose it?
Yeah.
Because it has bears?
There's bears in it.
All right. Production design.
Whoa, I didn't even do mine yet.
Oh, sorry, Joel.
I don't remember what it was, but I did get it right. Oh, I did Sanjay Super Team.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually cute.
Not really.
You didn't think so?
No.
I thought it was.
No.
It's just because it's Pixar.
It just wasn't
you
very good
hater.
Pixar.
You're just a hater.
Haters gonna hate.
Production design.
Production design.
Mad Max.
Yeah, Mad Max won. You guys vote for Mad Max?
I already did.
I believe I did as well. Yep.
Yep, me too.
Joel voted for Mad Max on everything, which you should have done better.
No, I should have voted for Mad Max more because the ones where I varied from Mad Max,
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Original song. Writings on the Wall won.
Till
As
it
we know.
happens to you.
How do I love it? Which was funny. We actually had a couple different tweeters. The listeners were tweeting during the Oscars, and a couple different ones said, they thought of me as that song was playing. And I
How
thought,
could you
that's
not?
nice.
Honestly, I did.
But here's the thing, if I may say, Writings on the Wall, I chose, and it won. But I really think it should have gone Till It Happens to You.
It should have. Especially after
that's
the
actually-
really emotional performance by Lady Gaga.
And obviously they're not basing it on that performance, but
No.
that was really powerful. Even though Lady Gaga was like freaking out when she was really getting into it near the end.
Right.
But listening to the song, after we did our show, and I had no idea what any of these songs were, I went and listened to them. Most of them were pretty bland and dull. But that one was good. And I thought, man, maybe that should win. So I was right, but I kind of wish I was wrong.
Yeah,
the whole time he's performing, he's just rocking back and forth. Like, you could tell he hates that song.
He
Yeah,
said
yeah.
it's torture to sing.
Right.
Well, and it was a pretty pitchy performance as well.
It
You
was.
know?
Thanks, Randy
Yeah.
Jackson.
Randy Jackson.
For me, for you, for me.
It's pitchy, dog.
Listener will get it.
Thanks for those references.
You're welcome.
All right. Original score. Hateful Eight won.
Ennio Morricone's first Oscar, which
Ever?
is, yeah.
Really?
I mean, I don't want to pull Sam Smith, but I think the first one ever. So,
That should just be a thing now.
right. And I voted for that.
Sir Ian McKellen said this might be the first one ever. So
Right, right.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably his
Maybe
first
sort
one.
of 70% sure.
I said Sicario. I was wrong. It was Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
So original score.
Rightfully so.
But I still, just listening to Sicario when they played that, though, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a good,
No, it's
good
cool.
score. But
Yeah.
Kent, you'll be happy to know I actually voted for Hateful Eight on that one.
Nice.
All right. Makeup and hairstyling. Mad Max won. What'd you guys vote?
The 100-year-old man who climbed out the window and
did
disappeared.
Did you really?
No, I did the Mad Max.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah,
we
me
all did
too.
Mad Max. We all got Mad Max. We all got that one right. And good on them for doing that.
All right. Foreign language film. Son of Saul won.
Son of Saul.
Or as what's her name?
Oh yeah.
Sofia Vergara said, son of Saul.
Saul.
Saul?
Yeah.
She said, son of Saul. I said Thebe, just because I like the name. I was wrong.
Oh my
Who would have thought that doing it purely based on the name would get me?
Did you really? That's all
Weird.
you based it off
Yes.
of? You're like Thebe. Cool. Vote.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Film editing. Mad Max won that one as well.
Which is surprising to me.
Yeah, I thought that could have gone to Revenant.
Right. I said Big Short on that one.
Oh, that would make sense actually.
Right.
Yeah.
And I actually said The Revenant, and it went to Mad Max. So we were both wrong.
You're doing really good so far,
What?
Joel. Your picks are great.
Thanks, Jacob 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
High
gang up on
five. All right. Documentary short subject. And there's a girl in the river, The Price of Forgiveness.
I did.
Didn't you call it the Prince of Forgiveness?
Yeah, he
last
did.
time.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
I did Last Day of Freedom, so I got that wrong.
I did Last Day of Freedom as well, and we both got that wrong together.
We can't high five on that one.
It all went to the Prince of Forgiveness.
All right. The documentary feature went to Amy.
And I got that one.
I got that one too. I mean, that was pretty obvious.
Which, by the way, I did Cartel and got it wrong. Cartel and I got it wrong.
Is that because you like the name?
No,
like, that sounds like a cool place to go.
I said Sicario wasn't going to get anything, so this would be, at least another Cartel that would win.
Right.
But
cartels need to win.
Amy Winehouse's dad, however, is not happy with the win and not happy with the documentary.
Really?
He said the documentary is completely misleading. He's not happy with it. He said, this is all about the filmmaker. It's not about my daughter. He's not happy it won the Oscar. So I was actually kind of shocked by that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe just because it portrays her in a drug-using light or something.
Well, she did use drugs. So
No, her dad said she didn't, so it's probably
Really?
not true. No, I don't know.
No, I was like, wait a minute.
I don't know nothing about it.
What?
All right. Okay. Directing. The Revenant one.
Yes, he did. Which I was actually surprised by this.
Alejandro.
And this is, we're not spoiling anything. It passed. But the fact that Inarritu won but didn't win Best Picture, that rarely happens. It's
right.
like 62 out of 87 times or something like that. So this was in the minority. But I did actually pick Alejandro G. Inarritu for The Revenant, and he won.
I'm not going to say what Joel just said, but yes, ditto.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ditto. Thanks,
yeah,
Sam.
that seemed like a pretty easy one, honestly. He should win.
He should.
Yeah.
Sam from Ghost, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got that. Although George Miller, the guy is talented. Like, I still can't believe that came from his mind.
Right.
For Mad Max. So
It's frightening. Costume design. Mad Max won that.
And I picked that.
Yeah. Honestly, that was...
I picked Carol.
I thought Carol might get it, but...
Stop it. I'm not happy about it.
Cinematography. Revenant won that as well.
I said The Revenant.
So did I.
Yep, that was...
Did I? I have to look now. No, I said Mad Max. Dang it.
Mad
Of course
Max?
you did.
I
Of course you
I
did.
said Mad Max.
Animated feature film, Inside Out won. It was a huge shocker.
there ever
Huge
any-
upset. Gigantic upset.
They should call it the Pixar Award, frankly.
I said Anomalisa,
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
the puppet movie.
No, you didn't like that.
I want to be there when you're like Inside Out and you circle that one
And
on
I
the
did.
paper because you're like, that one's going to win.
Especially when I wrote should win next to Inside Out. I was like, ugh, should win, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, now we're getting to the top few. Actress in a supporting role. And
I think we both said Alicia Vikander.
yep.
Is it Alicia?
I think it's. I know it's Alicia. It's the Vikander.
Vikander.
Vikander. Yeah, I think that's how they said
We
it.
did.
We both said she should win, but not for the Danish Girl. We thought just kind of her career in 2015.
Yes, this year.
She was in a lot of good roles.
What else was she in?
Ex Machina and
Oh, it was that girl.
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. So she's kind of the it girl right now. She's the new Jennifer Lawrence, who was strangely absent from the Oscars.
Well, all she had was joy.
She was there,
Right.
But it just like usually she's kind of this forefront Oscar presence. She wasn't.
I think we're all a little tired of
It's
her.
probably good to
No,
give her a little
I'm
break.
tired of her.
Everyone loves
No,
J-Law.
no, they've
like-
got to pull it
I
back
hope
a
she
little bit.
trips again.
No,
that
haters gonna
stick
hate.
is so cute.
Haters gonna hate.
I'm done.
You're always done.
Moving on.
Actor in a supporting role.
Well, I chose Mark Ruffalo, and I was completely right. Right, Jacob?
That's incorrect.
For a little bit, because it's like Mark
I stopped
Rylance.
listening after the R. I went, I'm like, good, I'm good. No.
Yep. Mark Rylance won from Bridge of Spies.
And this one we have to give to Jacob because he did say in our original Oscar predictions podcast that he thought Mark Rylance would win, and both Kent and I went, no, it's going to Sylvester Stallone or Mark Ruffalo.
He was probably the fourth best choice on this one. This one was an upset.
That's just not true at
Yeah.
all.
I believe. No, I think Stallone, who I chose, was better. Christian Bale and Mark Ruffalo were surely better.
Mark Ruffalo was better. He
Yes.
had like one scene where he emoted at all.
I heard someone say that Mark Rylance's speech was more dialogue than he had in the entire movie of Bridge of Spies.
That's not far from the truth, actually. No, but it was very cool in Bridge of Spies because he was a Russian spy, and it was like, oh,
Bacon
he's
bit,
so
Jacob.
bad.
Bacon bit. Don't
he's
give us the
so
whole story.
bad, but he
Don't
wins
give
you
us the
over.
story.
He wins you
So-
over.
The USSR and America, back in the day, they entered this thing called
You
the
can't mock me,
Cold
Kent. You're the
War.
one that goes on too long normally.
I used to until I met
Joel
you.
started getting on me. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Joel, we got to move on. Stop holding us back. Actress in a leading role.
Brie Larson.
Boom.
Yeah, everybody voted
Both
for
got it
that. Yeah. Which I haven't even seen yet, but apparently.
Joel, you're doing some sort of
No,
gesture?
I'm very excited for this next one that's coming up.
Oh, who won the next one? Actor in a leading role. It went to Michael Fassbender. In,
No.
Which honestly
Steve
was
Jobs.
deserved because he was great
No.
in that role.
He was.
Leo
yeah.
got his Oscar, guys. Leo got his Oscar.
Hey, look,
All those
he
memes
didn't
are done
care.
now.
I don't see why I should care either.
He did care.
No, he was like, oh, yeah, I got this. So anyway,
No, like the guy has no sense of humor. Like he could have got out there and been all, "Hey, well, look
Okay.
at this.
yeah, like
The day
Okay.
has come."
there was
Instead,
no
he's all-
self-awareness.
Instead, he
No,
has
no,
chewing
no.
tobacco in his lip, and he's like, "Hey, well, thanks
No.
for the Oscar."
Blah, 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 blah,
No,
blah.
no,
We had to film
planet.
in Canada, so global
Tell me
warming
this
is
guy.
So hot
real.
last year.
Guys, You have waited so long. You're practically a joke because you never won an Oscar. You get one. You want to be up there and act as cool and collected as possible. It's like when you make a really cool trick shot.
He acted
when you're playing
indifferent,
horse.
is how
he acted indifferent. Like, I
May
got 3
finish
models at home.
my analogy.
So anyways, Jake, it's
It's like when you do a really cool trick in like horse or something like that. You want to play it off as like
in horse,
whatever.
Oh, okay, the basketball game. Sorry.
Yes, the basketball sporting event, Jacob. Very good. But like you want to play it off as like no big deal. And I think that's exactly what he was doing. He's like, this is great. I'm very honored. And I'm sure he got outside and was like, I'm king of the world.
I don't think he was. I think his ego's so big, it was like, yeah, whatever. I already won it in my mind 100 times.
Leo's a good guy.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
Is he a good guy?
He seems all right.
I think he's a freaking weirdo after I saw him doing the acceptance speech.
Let's go more into
Wow,
this.
Jacob.
A freaking weirdo.
A freaking weirdo. Like, why on earth would you not be self-aware enough to be like, hey, look, guys, I won it. Isn't that great? Everyone knows. Just admit it.
Right.
Not get up there
fact,
and be
there-
like,
there
I
wasn't
want to
even-
talk about the people that helped me get here and the people that taught me the craft is really nice anyway, global warming, blah, 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 the end.
There wasn't even applause. There was a sigh of relief when they said Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, did you notice? Was it Julianne Moore? She didn't even blink. She like looked at the card. There was no hesitation at all. It was like, look at the card, Leonardo DiCaprio, guys. Yeah,
Right.
I wish it was nice. Yeah.
I just hope he does normal movies now that he doesn't have to like
Torture himself?
torture himself.
Maybe. He might go the way of, other actors who kind of taken fluff roles. After
He'll be like in a Farrelly Brothers comedy.
No,
or something
I think
like that.
he's starring alongside Kevin Hart next year in something.
Stop that.
Yeah.
The host of the Oscars next year?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're to Best Picture, which went to Spotlight.
Which, did you guys hear the crowd when that was announced?
What?
I heard Michael Keaton.
There was there was an audible.
So did Joel.
There was an audible. If you go back and watch it, there was an audible gasp, and there's like a shriek, like a like this weird noise.
Really?
Yeah, it was funny. I was listening, going,
What did it sound like again?
sound like Kent doing his vocal warm ups.
There you go.
I got you a good soundbite there, kid.
Yeah.
But Spotlight. Now, don't get me wrong.
Wait, what did you vote for?
I said the Revenant. I thought that was the shoe-in.
Oh.
Full disclosure, the only one I've seen is Mad Max. All the other ones, I actually will have Room at my home tonight. It's coming on Netflix. So,
What is?
Room.
Okay.
Not the Room.
I was like, you have room at your home?
I have room in my house.
Can I come stay?
Sure.
Okay.
After your wife kicks you out.
Right.
But no, I'm not saying Spotlight is a bad movie. In fact, I'm going to watch it. I think it sounds interesting. Mm-hmm. But it just felt like it's going to be like a King's Speech or Shakespeare in Love type of situation where it's like, really, that one won? Out of all the other ones?
Honestly, there was no clear winner this year. I think any one of them could have won. And I would have been all, oh, okay.
It was pretty neck and neck, honestly.
Right.
I voted Spotlight because
did
I wanted that one to win.
But I thought the big three were going to be like The Revenant, Mad Max, and The Big Short. Like, those were the big contenders. So when Spotlight came in and swept the leg, all of a sudden I was like, wow, that was shocking. Like, the whole drive home, I kept being like, Spotlight?
Well, it really is about celebrating journalists, like on BuzzFeed.
Which I mentioned in the last podcast when you picked it correctly.
Right?
Right?
Oh, yeah, Spotlight. Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Because I said that. I'm like, yeah, journalism, power. That's a big theme with the Oscars. They love
And
those type of
it's
things.
still alive today.
Yeah.
Go to any news site with, 11 to 10 reasons to
Yeah.
watch Spotlight.
Yeah. Oh, they love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Spotlight. That's the next one, I guess. Have you guys both seen it?
I have.
Yes.
So I just have to add it to my list now to watch.
And I say it is excellent, actually.
How many of the Best Picture winners had you seen?
All but Room.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow, way to go.
Spotlight got a B for me, but I just knew the Academy would choose it.
Just a B, huh?
Now,
Just a B.
you guys are the Academy. You've seen most of these movies. You guys are now the Academy. Which would you have given it to?
Spotlight.
Really?
Yeah, I would have.
Okay, sure. Just fall in line there, little mindless stooge.
What do you fall in line? You just said you thought it was like fourth on the list. That's the one I voted for.
Yeah, you're fourth on the list.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Well, I shouldn't have.
It was the most unique movie there. Everything else was like, hey, it's the Oscars. These are the standard movies that no one really watched, except for The Martian.
Yeah, period drama, journalists.
The Martian was crazy successful, but I don't think Martian's that good.
Did The Martian win anything?
No.
Which, Matt Damon's CGI beard, did that weird anyone else out?
Right.
When they're like, we're doing CGI, and then all of a sudden they put a beard on him, and I'm like, don't they just use...
Or just grow a beard
Go
or
grow
hair.
a beard or put a fake beard on? Like,
Right.
why CGI that? Yeah, we're getting lazy in our computer days.
Right.
All right,
So
that was it.
The gist is, in the end, I got... I'm not proud of this. Only 10 right and 14 wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't a good year for me.
I think I got 15 or 16 right. I lost count. after a while. Because I think
Seriously,
after you beat Joel by so many, who even cares?
both of your heads have grown by exponential size.
well, I do have the butt pad, so
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Not in this room. In this room, we're all equal sitters.
Our butts are equally padded in this room.
maybe next Wednesday we can go get tacos.
Yeah, we have our street taco thing, and they do 2 for $1 on Wednesday. So it's a very small bet, but it's a
Right.
substantial bet, and that Kent will have delicious tacos to eat.
And as Jake has said, he beat all of us
I got, I think, 17.
In the office bowl, none of the Baconsale bowl.
Yeah, not
Right.
the
Keep
Baconsale
the
bowl.
world separate here.
because he's not going to get anything from this at all.
I will.
Well-
Bragging rights. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, I should mention he got better than Kent and I, but he still did not win.
Jake is
It's
kind of
true.
like
I only got second in the office.
you know when you play Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat with a friend, like at a sleepover when you're 12,
Yeah.
and you always
Wait,
have the
12,
friend.
I was doing this yesterday.
Right. I'll see you there. But you also have a friend that like is a button masher.
Yeah.
That's Jake.
Jake was a button masher?
Jake's an Oscar's button masher.
Are you serious right now? No,
by
I'm
that.
collected and smart.
Yeah, can you edit this part
Button
out?
masher?
Just have,
That's
just get-
ridiculous.
put in a clip of Jacob saying, yes.
Button masher.
I guessed
There you
all
go.
of them.
It's impossible.
Wait, can you say I am?
Nope.
Can you say I guessed on all of them?
Yeah, I guessed on all of them and still did better than you guys.
Ouch.
What a jerk.
Boom.
What a jerk.
All right, let's end it on that note.
All
Jacob's a
right,
jerk.
so hope you enjoyed that Bacon Bit. We just needed to give a quick update for the Oscars because we cared until it was over and then we stopped caring. But here's this show.
Thanks, Mark, for the MVP.
Yeah, so, oh my gosh. So once again, if you could go to our GoFundMe page, you can find the link at our site, baconsale.com, and on our Facebook page.
Yep.
And yeah, you can find me at Kenny3DD at Twitter and Instagram, and my movie site is ShowtimeShowdown.com.
You can find me on Twitter at 786Joel or go to qwcomedy.com. We're starting our March Madwits where we're going to be doing improv comedy tournaments all across the valley, actually, so you can see more details there.
And you can find me on Twitter at Jacob A. Rogers. And hey, guys, I love you.
Even though you won.
Even though I was a jerk.
All right.
Hello,
Jake,
my
get
name
closer.
is Joel. My name is Joel.
His name is Joel.
His name is Joel.